wish you a beautiful morning, and I hope you are all well. Today's morning class will focus on mobility and on moving our joints. I really enjoy that in the morning of my practice to move all the lubricants and just feel good in my body. I said that already to the people who were here. If you have a blog or something similar, like a book, that's really helpful for today's practice. And then we can just start by finding a comfortable sitting position on your mat. Also here, if you feel better with the elevation of the block, just put it underneath your buttocks. And then find a moment to just center yourself, connecting the pointer finger and thumb. Allow the eyes to soften, even though they are closed. Pull the focus inside. Allow the body and the movements to guide you through this flow. Allow the mind to rest. Let the shoulders soften. Invite your Ujjayi breath by gently restricting the back of your throat and creating that oceanic sound. Let the breath become deep. Take 5 more deep Ujjayi breath here. Keep the eyes closed, bring your hands in front of your heart for Anjali Mudra. You want to open the practice by chanting an Om together here. Exhale all the air out. Inhale to start. Gently bow your chin to your chest. Invite an intention into this morning. Use the sacred space to explore yourself, to explore your body, just with curiosity. And there is beauty in not knowing. Invite the playfulness to just experience. And inhale, open the arms over to the side and up. Exhale, pull energy into your heart. What do you need this morning? One more time, inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, draw it into your heart space. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale to the right side, left arm on the side of your body. You can place the hand down, or if you have the flexibility, even the whole forearm, but keep the rib cage open, maybe look towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach up, both arms up. Exhale, other side. You breathe fully into that side body stretch this morning. Just make a little note. How does it feel? Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, just bow forward. Bring your hands forward, forehead to the mat. Inhale, slide back up to sitting and find a tabletop position with your shoulders over your wrists, hips on top of your knees. Let's make some circles here. Really invite your whole spine to move, your head to just be part of the movement. Shift forward and back, try to touch the whole wrist, the hip joint, the neck. Try the other way as well. Circles to the other direction. And then we stop the rotating movement and just reach forward and up, and exhale, shift back and round. Inhale, shift forward, shift your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, push back and round. One more time. Inhale, shift forward, maybe even look up. And exhale, shift back and round. Inhale, neutral spine. Press into the tops of the feet, lift the knees up. And then press back to downward facing dog. Come onto your fingertips so your root of the hand is lifted. And try to bend both knees. Just a little bit. Push into the mat. Make the distance between your thighs and your belly a little smaller. And then exhale, release the feet, release the hand. Inhale, shift forward into a plank position. Lower the knees, the chest and the chin to the mat. Inhale, reach your heart forward for a cobra. Exhale, shift yourself back to the heels and then downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. And stillness. Then bend the right knee, almost touching in the middle of the mat to the floor. Inhale, shift both legs into straight. Exhale, left knee almost to the floor. Let the head hang loose. One more time each side. Bend with your exhalation sideways. Inhale up and exhale other side. Find back to your downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the front of the mat. Let them be parallel so you can grab opposite elbows and just swing a little bit from side to side. Let your whole upper body be nice and loose. And then shift the weight forward and back so you feel the weight in the toes and in the heels. You can have the knees bent if that feels better for your back. And then find that center where you can just hang in stillness for another breath. Exhale, release the hands, bend the knees, roll up all the way to a standing position. Bring the feet together, hands in front of your heart. Remind yourself of your intention. Let curiosity guide you through your practice. Inhale, reach up the arms overhead, Uttanasana, gently arch back. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Step the right leg back. Low lunge, shift your heart forward. Exhale, step back into plank. Knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, cobra lift. Exhale, push back towards the heels. And then downward facing dog. Take one deep breath here. Exhale out of the mouth. Let something go that holds you back. Inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge, chest lifts. Both feet meet in the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, arms upward, Vastasana, reach up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Other side. Inhale, arms up, reach up and back. Exhale, fall forward, full Tanasana. Left foot steps back, find your low lunge here. Exhale, both feet meet in plank, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, heart lifts, cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Another deep breath here. Exhale for the release. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge, hard lifts. Both feet meet on the top of the mat. Fold yourself forward. Inhale, reach up tall and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Gonna integrate some movement here in the next round. Inhale, arms up, reach up and back. Exhale, bow forward, full Tadasana. Inhale, hard lifts. Step the right leg back. But keep the right knee in the air and just move forward and backward. From low lunge to pyramid pose, I like to be on my fingertips. If you have 2 blocks, you could also use 2 blocks. Really open the hip. And the next time you're in your low lunge, make the step back into plank. Knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, find your cobra. And this time come onto your fingertips. Maybe you can come a little bit higher, elbows hugging close. Reach your chest forward. I imagine I pull on my fingers to bring my sternum in front of my shoulders. Exhale, release. Shift back to your heels. And then downward facing dog. One deep breath here. Lift the right leg up into the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands, low lunge. Both feet meet, forward fold, full Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead. And back to Tadasana with your exhale. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift in your chest to step the left foot back. Open your heart and chest. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Stay on your fingertips. Move forward and backward for your hip. Pyramid pose and low lunge. See where you can bring the stretch. Is it more in the front leg or in the back leg? Just explore. Move with your breath. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale pushes you back. Inhale, stay forward. Shift both of your legs back, plank. One more time, knees, chest and chin. And then lift into your cobra. I'm going to show you from the front this time. Bring the hands wide and underneath the shoulders. Shift the right shoulder into your midline and the left. Always move from side to side. If you want to stay longer in the twist and release the head as well to the floor, that sometimes feels nice. And then find back to your midline, hands next to your chest. And then push back into downward facing dog. Take one deep breath here. And then lift the left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Both feet meet in the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing Urdhvastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. We move into chair pose here, bend your knees, arms up. Find your chair for a moment here. Really externally rotate the shoulders, the little finger pointing back. And then twist to the right side, right arm back, left arm forward. Nice work. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, other side, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, squat low, buttocks to the heels. Let's try the same thing here, right arm back, left arm forward. Pull your chest nice and open. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, back into chair. From your chair, bring the knees out and the toes or the feet stay connected. Arms reach forward. You can drop your head. You can also wiggle a little bit from side to side. Enjoy the stretch in the inner groin. Inhale, lift up your torso. Try to find a moment to just balance here. Maybe you can place the hands on the knees, upright spine. Trust your balance. Guide the knees together. Give yourself a hug around the front of the shin. Pull the nose to the knees. Make yourself into a tiny little ball. Inhale, lift back up to your chair. And exhale, fold forward, full Uttanasana, release the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. You can use the knees again, or full Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts into the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge, reach up forward. Exhale, straighten the right leg and pull the toes towards you. You can also use your hand. It will increase the stretch on your calf. You can keep the hand on the foot and really reach forward with your chest so the spine is nice and long. If you don't want to pull with the hand, you could also use a block as a support to have both hands on the floor. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, release, rebend the right leg. Come into your high lunge. Take the left hand on the outside of the right knee, right arm reaches back. Look to your right arm. And then bring the back knee down. Reach a little bit more back, but keep pushing into the leg. It's a really deep stretch on the front of the quad and the IT band. Inhale, right arm lifts. Let's go into the twist. Hands in front of the heart and twist over the right side. And if we use that pressure on the elbow, we can find another depth. And then exhale, straighten both of your hands. Doesn't matter if they reach all the way to the floor. See how the depth changes here by placing the belly on the thigh. Also here you can use blocks. Inhale, find back to your center, arms up. Use the legs to press yourself into a high lunge. Gonna work on our hip mobility from here. Straighten the right leg. Twist yourself to the side and squat to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Twist yourself to the front, find your high lunge. Let's do it one more time. Straighten both legs. Turn parallel to your mat and Skandasana to the left. Inhale, both arms lift. And find back into your high lunge for one more breath. Arms alongside of your body, shift your weight forward. We're gonna step into chair from here. Both feet meet. Bring the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Hadha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, or your variation of Vinyasa. You can always skip the Vinyasas and just meet in downward facing dog. There's no need to push, but to feel. What does your body need right now? Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward. In between your hands, come up into a high lunge. Pull the belly button in, right hand onto your knee and left arm back. Reach back, find the length from your torso over your shoulder. Pull the belly in. Bring the back knee down. Try to find a little back bend, but more about the extension in your upper body. Inhale, both arms up. We twist over to the left side with the hands in front of the heart. Look over the left shoulder, bring the hands towards the sternum if possible. And then for your exhale, try to straighten both hands. Bring the belly closer towards the thigh. Doesn't matter if the hands reach. Inhale, both arms up. From our low lunge, we press back into our high lunge here. Inhale, open to the side and squat to the back of your mat, right leg bends. Inhale, both arms up. Back forward into your lunge. Sink deep in your left leg. Inhale, both legs straight. Exhale, squat to the back. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, high lunge. Bring the hands down, straighten your left leg. Forgot the calf stretch on this side. Pull the left foot towards you. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you want to support with a block. Or you can take your left hand, pull the toes towards you. Make sure the back is nice and long. Same here. If you need to bend your legs, give yourself that support that you need in the pose. Breathe into the back of the leg. Allow it to soften. And exhale, release, rebend the left side, step back, find back to the flow, Vinyasa style. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Three deep breaths here. Feel the grounding in this pose, the place that we know. Inhale, step or jump forward to the front of your mat, halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Both hands in front of your chest, right knee into your chest. Try to twist with your left elbow to the right knee. Make that connection here. Inhale. Reach forward to your midline. Exhale, step the right leg back, twist over to the left side in your twisted lunge. Let's try to combine. Inhale, bring the hands up, bring the right knee into the chest, left elbow to the right knee. Inhale forward, straighten, exhale, step back, twisted lunge on the left side. Inhale, reach your hands in front of your heart. Step into chair, both arms up. Open the knees to the side one more time. Bring your arms down. This time you can place the hands down, shoulder width apart, elbows out for one round of flying crow. Flying crow, not croc. You just lean forward, and because the elbows are out, it's actually a really comfortable place to be compared to crow, where you have to pull your belly in much more. So the knees out on the top part of the elbow, and you lean forward, and the point where you feel you fall is where your feet lift. Exhale. And back down, pull the knees together, arms up. Straighten back into your chair. Inhale, lift the left knee into your chest, hands in front of your heart. Right elbow to left knee, twist over the left side. Inhale, find your center, exhale, step back, high lunge, and move with your exhale into the twist. Take one breath here. Inhale, center line, pull your left knee in, twist over to the left side. Inhale, back to center, exhale, step back, go into the twist on this side. Inhale, back to center, step it back in, chair Utkatasana. Exhale, sit lower onto your heels. I give you a couple options here. You really want to place the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Maybe that's enough and you just stay in this twist. Maybe you place the hands next to you and just lean forward and push back a couple times. Just lean forward, try to lift the feet and come back. You can also do that from standing. Sometimes that helps to remove our thoughts. So you find the twist, open, reach to the floor, and just lift. See what you want to work on this side. Make it one continuous movement, not so much about staying in your side crow, more about finding that natural way of getting into it where your body knows what to do. And come back to your chair. Exhale, enjoy a forward fold. Release any tension you can find. Maybe even close your eyes. Our body has so much intelligence without us trying to understand exactly how it works. By inviting that playfulness and curiosity, we sometimes just end up there and surprise ourselves. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rebend the knees, come back into your chair. Sit onto your heels. Go into the twist first. Elbow to knee, open the side. And your hands really want to be shoulder width. I'm gonna turn around one more time. So aim for the floor, and this little box and this shelf stays. You can print them down one or twice. And then use the whole range of motion. Find from your chair, in your twist, and just a little hop. Back to your chair, squat low, And find the feet in the air. Maybe one more time. And then find your legs into straight and open them hip width apart or even a little wider. Let your soft angle in between your legs. Maybe shift the hips from side to side. Make little half circles. And then find your yogi squat. Malasana, knees wide. And hands in front of your heart. Gonna see where your comfort is here. So for some people it's really easy to just sit low, but maybe try to go a little higher and see how your body and your spine feels here. And then let your tailbone like curl under and roll forward, and then you can sit much lower. So where is that point in between, like almost arching and coming halfway up and dropping it completely? Find a point that feels good for your hips. So if I just sink in here, my spine usually rounds, so that's why I prefer to like come a little higher and use the pressure of my elbows, but have my outer glutes supporting this pose. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, release, walk your feet back in together, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the right foot forward into pyramid pose. So a couple of options here as well. You can just stay in your pyramid pose. You can even shorten the distance. If you want to work on your calves a little more, place a block underneath the front of the foot and just try to push with your back foot a little bit over. So you really feel that in your calf. Move forward, stay maybe for a breath because it's quite intense. And exhale, release, maybe even release the forehead to the shin. And then you can choose to keep the block where it is or remove it, but we go into a twist, right arm up. Really pull the right arm as high as you can. You can place your hand on the sacrum. See if your sacrum is flat. So you can adjust yourself. Inhale, reach forward. Remove the block if you have one. And turn to the right side. So your feet will be in a weird position here, but you feel the stretch on the outer IT band. You can support yourself on your fingertips or on the blocks. You just stay for a couple deep breaths. Inhale, come back to the front, right leg bends. Walk the foot outside of your right hand for lizard pose. You can bring the left knee down. Reach forward with your chest. Keep the right knee connected to your right shoulder. If you want to go deeper, you can come onto the elbows, but keep the right knee close to you. If you are really flexible in this pose, of course, you can go deeper, move the chest further down. And bring the hands up and walk your foot over to the left side for pigeon pose. The right knee is outside of your mat. Hands next to you. Try to find the length first. I sometimes like to push into my front leg to actually feel that length where my belly is lifting from my thigh. For some people it helps to even like pull on the mat where you open the front first. And then you can move yourself forward, maybe onto your forearms. Maybe all the way down for sleeping pigeon variation. If you want a little more, I like to grab with my right hand the left foot and pull it towards my glutes to have a thigh stretch on the left side. If that's too much, just stay in your regular pigeon and adjust. Maybe with blocks underneath the hips so your hip is not collapsing. We all have different bodies. The question is, how do we acknowledge ourselves where we are? We can work on things that are challenging, but we can't change our condition completely, and that's fine. Exhale, release if you had the back foot. Come back up and push into the hands to free the right leg. Make some big circles with your right leg. Maybe heel to the glutes to open the front of the hip. And then we step it back in our downward facing dog. Observe the difference between the legs. And then we're going to even it up. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward into pyramid pose. Adjust your stance so you feel good in this position. If you took the block for the calf stretch on the other side, place it under the front part of the foot. Heart and back nice and long. And then lean forward, pushing from the back foot. Exhale, release. Try to not bring the stretch into the neck and shoulder area. If it's too intense, you can also start wiggling your toes a little bit. Or maybe just stay for a half breath instead of a full breath. If you're good, you can also stay longer in the calf stretch. And a lot of us are walking or running a lot right now. I feel my calves more tight than usual. And exhale, release. Take the block out if you have one. Turn over to the left side. So just until your legs don't go anymore, support yourself with your hands. A T-bend stretch for the left side. For one more breath. Inhale, find back to center. Rebend the left knee, lizard pose. Bring the right knee down. And stay open in your chest before you lower into the next variation. Keep the left knee close to your upper body, to your shoulders. And then find the variation that is serving you this morning. If you need to integrate some wiggles from right to left, feel free to do so. Maybe you need more stillness. And just stay. Every morning is different. Every practice is different. Can you stay without expectation in this present moment with yourself? And that's where the beauty is in motion. Inhale, shift back onto your hands so you can come into your half pigeon on the side. Left knee outside of the hip, the foot is crossing over. Find the length first, maybe push into the thigh, into the foot, Sometimes I like to push even in the back foot so the right hip lifts and I find a little bit more length here. Take one more deep breath here. And then exhale, find your sleeping pigeon, lower down, maybe place the hands on the forehead on the hands. If you grab the back foot on the other side, catch the foot with your left hand, pull the toes towards the glutes. And the side is much tighter for me, so it's much harder. But we try to just stay with what we feel right now. How can you soften into that tension that you feel? How can you breathe with what is? You don't need to use force. Exhale, release, slowly come back up. Take your hands to push the left leg back. Make some big circles for your hip, maybe heel to the opposite glute. Open the front. And exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Observe the change. Inhale, walk your feet forward to the front of the mat, halfway left. And exhale, sit back onto your heels. Come sitting on your glutes. Bring the feet hip width apart, hands behind, palms facing out. Inhale, lift the hip, reverse tabletop, maybe drop the head back. Exhale like a swing, push into the floor and into the feet, keep the butt lifted. Inhale, lift the heart into reverse tabletop. Exhale, like a swing, shift back, push into the hands. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hold the lift. Maybe lift one leg, maybe lift both legs. And then sit yourself into your L shape here. Bring the arms up tall, feet connect. Exhale, forward halfway. Pull yourself forward by imagining to touch the front in your room. Pull the lower belly in a little more. Exhale, push yourself a little deeper, almost touching the floor. Find the length, shoulder extension. And exhale, sink into your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Relax. If you need to bend the knees to adjust. It's the back of your neck relaxed. Breathe into the tension that you might feel in the back of the legs. And maybe straighten your knees a little bit more than you think you can. And then with your exhale, just release. Maybe you could sink a little deeper. There are all these like micro adjustments that help us to find depth in that experience. Inhale, roll back up to sitting. Cross your right leg over your left. Find a straight spine first. Pull with both of your hands towards your knees. And then go into the twist. Left elbow hugs around the left knee, right arm back. I want to pull the knee closer towards my midline. Whoop. Exhale, release. Counter twist to the other side. I like to use my right elbow to even push a little bit against my shin, drop the head. Inhale, reach back up. Take your left hand to your foot, right hand to the knee, and just wiggle your leg a little bit from side to side. And then place the foot next to you. So the foot is facing out 45 degrees. Hold with your left hand onto the right foot. Right arm just up. You can take the left elbow to the inside of the thigh. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you want to grab all the way to the foot, depending on your flexibility. The right foot is really your foundation, so you want to push it into the floor and the right knee is directly on top of the ankle. Inhale, come back up. Release, drop the knee to the floor so the heel is outside of your hip. If you feel like you're falling over to the left side, you can use a block underneath your left hip and feel a straight line also if you feel it in your knee. It's really nice to adjust this pose. Otherwise you can lift both arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up tall. Place the hands next to your hips and try to switch between the position just 2 or 3 times. Open the knee out to the side, bring the knee down. And just mobilize this hip joint one more time. And then release, right leg into straight. Left foot crosses over the right leg. Hold with both of your hands. We go into the twist. Right hand on your knee, left arm back. Maybe that's enough. If you want to go deeper, put the knee into the elbow crease. Pull the knee closer into your midline. Unwind your spine. And guide the internal rotation to bring you deeper into the twist. Exhale, release, counter twist to the other side. Place the hands on the floor, maybe push with your left elbow a little bit on the bent leg. Inhale, come back up. Both hands on your foot and knee. Just wiggle the hips. Upright spine. And place the foot 45 degrees outside. Really push into the right leg, into straight right hand on your ankle, left arm up. Maybe that's enough, or you can go deeper to grabbing your foot, really grounding the right elbow down, or even the right shoulder. The right leg stays extended, so you're not falling to the back. Breathe into the side body, the rib cage. Exhale, release. Go with the knee to the front, left heel outside of the hip. Make the adjustments that you need. And then bow forward towards the right leg. Go as deep as you feel comfortable in the stretch. Try to avoid the right hip and right side collapsing to the right.
pull yourself back to center, however this is possible for you.
Inhale, roll back up to sitting. Take the hands next to your hips. Just fold the knee open and close 2 or 3 times. Invite the inner groin to release. Then release both legs to the front. Take your core to roll all the way onto the back. Left leg straight. Take your right forearm behind the right leg. So you want to pull the right knee and right thigh as close as you can to your torso. And then straighten the leg, but not letting the leg move away from your torso because you have the hook. And then flex the foot and bring the heel down. Inhale, point and straighten. Maybe your leg is shaking. Exhale, flex and bend. One more time. Inhale, point and straighten as much as you can. Exhale, flex and bend. And this time release the hook and straighten the right leg as much as you can, all the way up in the air. See if you can pull with your lower belly the right leg a little closer towards you. And then take the hands onto the back of the leg and just enjoy the stretch in your right leg. Maybe make some circles with your right foot in all directions. And take the outside of the right foot, half happy baby. Pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. You can just stay here or even moving it out and in a little bit. You can also do that with a straight leg. Make sure the left hip stays on the ground. And then release the right leg. Do the same thing on the other side. Left knee bends. Hook with your forearm or both of your hands. The thigh towards the belly. Point and straighten the foot as much as possible. Exhale, flex and bend. Gonna activate the nerves on the back of the leg. Point and straighten. Exhale, flex and bend. Inhale, point and straighten. Exhale, bend and flex. One more time. And straighten the left leg all the way. See how high it goes without you pulling. And you can engage the lower abs to bring the leg a little closer. And then take both hands to your legs and just enjoy that stretch. After you did the work, maybe roll out your ankle, the toes, whatever feels good. And take the left hand to the outside of the left foot, pull the knee to the left shoulder. Either just stay here or invite gentle movements right to left. Maybe even straighten out the leg a couple times. And then release. You can go into a supported shoulder stand with your block underneath the sacrum or just placing the legs up the wall. Or you can go into a regular shoulder stand if you want to do that. You just bring the legs over your head into Halasana, Support your lower back, elbows shoulder width apart, and then straighten your legs into the sky. Try to stay for 10 deep breaths. Wherever you are this morning, just bring yourself upside down before you start into the day. Being upside down helps us to shift our perspective. And every situation has two sides, even though we sometimes just want to see one, because we are so focused on what we want to see. And none of these sides is better or worse. They just are. If you're all the way up into shoulders, stand, transition back into your halasana. Use your hands as a support. Come all the way back down, laying on your mat. If you had the feet up in the air, you can slowly bring them down. Take your block, your pillow, your book, whatever it is, underneath the sacrum. And both feet forward, like in a Shavasana pose already. The feet can just flare out. By that we invite the front, the psoas, to just relax. Try to just breathe into that opening without doing much. Place your hands somewhere where it feels good. Sometimes the heat of the hands help to relax. Sometimes it's nice to just feel your breath. And then step the feet back in so you can push your hips slightly up to remove the block. And then pull your knees in. Wiggle your knees a little bit from side to side. Bring the arms out in a T position in one line with your shoulders, and let the knees fall to the left. Look towards the right, easy twist. Both shoulders stay grounded. Inhale, pull the knees back to your center line. Exhale to the other side, knees to the right. Left shoulder stays down. Look towards the left if it's okay for your neck. Inhale, pull yourself back to center. Give yourself a big hug and a squeeze. Nose to the knees. Hold the front of the shins. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, let yourself rest in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Legs long, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Embrace this moment as it is. Embrace this morning. Let your body rest in this final resting pose, Shavasana. feet can relax. The shins and the calves can relax. The knees are soft. The thighs fully relaxed. The hips and the glutes can just release. Feel the belly expanding with your breath, deflating like a balloon as you exhale. The lower back soft, laying on your mat. Your heart and chest nice, wide and open. Your upper back relaxed. The shoulders soft. The arms completely relaxed all the way to the fingertips. Move up towards your neck. Let your neck release. Let your face soften. Watch your mind like a blue sky. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Curiosity is key to embrace the fluctuations of life and change. If we invite playfulness, the perception of our present moment changes completely. Slowly reawaken your body here. Invite gentle movements into your fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. Maybe nod your head from side to side. With your next inhalation, take your arms overhead, give yourself a nice morning stretch. And then roll onto your favorite side, use your arms as a pillow, fetal position. Take a moment to be grateful. this gratitude in your heart and spread it from there into the world. Remind the people around you to take a moment to just be grateful for what we have, for what we are today. And then come sitting up into your final sitting position. Come back to conclude the cycle from beginning to the end. Pointer finger and thumb connect, palms facing up. 5 more deep breaths here. Observe if something shifted, if something changed. Connect your hands in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. I'm going to close the practice by chanting Om Shanti 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 together if you like. Inhale here. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your hands to your third eye center, your seat of intuition, to your lips for always speaking your truth, and back to your heart. May you always be guided by your heart. Namaste.